sharing good energy with good people, good places, doing good things. All right, let's see. Whew, we'll take those since they keep popping up. Energy's been really, really good. Lots to do, of course. Like I said, on my end, there was just, a lot of, not there was, it's going to continue that way. You may have found yourself needing more sleep as well as finding yourself having a lot of energy too. So it's kind of like you get in these modes of go, 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 go. And then, of course, you make sure that you set your downtime. So I feel like everybody's doing a good job collectively with keeping their, well, keeping their keep. Clearly, the keeping. We're keeping it. Okay. We're going to keep on keeping on, moving in silence, focusing on you and yours, minding your business, stacking your money and investing, and you're about to win. So I guess we can go ahead and cheers to that. Let me go ahead and get another device and just make sure that you guys can hear me because I have a feeling I'm like on mute or something. But let me check. Yeah. All right. Cool. 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 All right. Let's see. Mix them up a little bit. Looks like he's about to tell some people's business. Maybe there's a Scorpio and an Aquarius involved. I'm gonna keep seriously keep it upside down. Okay. Ooh, that song from Michael from The Wiz, that Jackson sang. You can't win. You can't win, child. Something like that. The organizer or planner is collecting other sacrifices, but co-conspirators have abandoned them. Okay. So someone was trying to put together, okay, maybe this is that person that can't win. And I get an energy of like maybe this person feels like they're in the upright, but maybe this other energy is like, no, I see you. I don't know. I'm getting that somewhere here. Ooh, yeah. It's always funny to me when those blank ones come up because I take them out and I just don't blow it. It feels like there's a whole like stack of blank cards in there or something. But whomever was planning something or trying to collect other like individuals to sacrifice, basically, they don't have anybody working with them anymore. Whomever this organizer, maybe people think that person's breath stank. They call her Betty Boo Boo, Boo Boo breath. Ooh, maybe they just be like Boo Boo breath, Boo Boo breath coming. Breath is still running her stank mouth. Oh gosh. Oh, maybe this person was, it's just one of those people, they're always in on the scam. Like they into like whatever's the next little, thing that's coming up. Uh, maybe even these two individuals are realizing like the only thing they had in common was this, and now they're at odds with each other, whomever these people are. Because you're here. They want to put you in the middle. You really not belong here, but they want to put you in the middle. They decide to do what they did on their own. Yeah. You woke up. Celebrate your accomplishments. That's one of your accomplishments, that you woke up and realized that none of these people matter. They built the relationship on money, and that's why they are unhappy. Oh, this Aquarius maybe in reverse. Divorce, divorce, divorce. It's like that from that movie. I forget which movie that was, where he comes in and he's sitting with his woman that's, supposedly his wife, and they're talking. And he's like, yeah, we're celebrating. She's like, yeah, what are we celebrating? She's all excited. And he's like, ding, 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 my divorce. And he's like divorcing her. I think that's what it was. Like that movie, whatever that scene is from, it's it was funny. When I find it, I'll definitely bring it up. But I get somebody is doing magic. I get it's over here on this side. It's doing magic. Well, maybe who knows? I feel like it's like where's that one where it was like people following people's coattails. So now it's like the piece of poop and then the fart. because I'm trying not to curse right now. So the piece of poop and then the fart. So that's this energy here, right? Still. So like if the piece of poop ain't doing it, then the fart is making this thing about it. And then over here, these people are just in legal trouble. Like they just all the way unhappy. Like they built their relationship on money. That's the only thing they were, doing anything on. Not to say that these people didn't do the same. Mm. Oh yeah, there's been this heavy energy of like shoebox spell work where they put your picture and like bugs or spiders or something like that, ticks and whatever they can put inside a shoebox and like tape it up with your picture in it to make you all itchy all over. hmm Yeah. Anyway, there's a felony accessory after the fact is being severely punished. Yeah, they might have several different types of bugs, and they're like, why doesn't this person? Because what it's supposed to do is make you itchy all over, and then you're supposed to go crazy because you're feeling this itchiness, right, all over, and it's supposed to drive you crazy, and then you're supposed to end up at the hospital and just talk about how you're itching, and then people are going to be, like that's the whole point of that. But it doesn't work. What is going to happen is these people are going to. I get the heavy energy if somebody is using whatever drug it is, like whatever drug. I don't know if it's crack or meth because I don't be playing around. Yeah, no, thank you. Uh, how did I get here? Like, kind of energy. But if somebody is doing some type of drugs like that or something, it's gonna whichever one it is that makes you feel like you're itching all over, what makes them pick their skin. I don't know. There's somebody that's gonna end up like that because of that shoebox spell work. But anyway, yeah, they can't take it back either. Because if they had succeeded with it, would they have wanted to take it back? Because that's the only difference now. That's the only reason why they're trying to take anything back, is because they didn't succeed. Like, oh, because they don't want to deal with it. It's like, no, no, no. Ooh, somebody has some small business or some online business or some work from home business, maybe that's being shut down, or maybe all of the above. Oh yeah. And I got a heavy energy too. Like somebody also has a nonprofit or something like that, where they had been claiming all this stuff under the nonprofit, but they hadn't been showing or actually doing that what they were supposed to. They had been like commingling the money, so their books haven't been clear. So like even though this person has been doing business for a long time and had multiple businesses, they never knew how to separate, they were just messy people. Like you could look at them and tell they're low budget. I'm not trying to be funny. Like everybody makes their come up every way they do, but there's a difference between people who are ethical and who aren't. And they just never struck, anyone as ethical people. But ooh, people are mocking them to their face maybe now. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. You're a vibrational match because you realize that like other people don't matter, and the way that you handled it, like the way that you've got something there. But other people may have thought it was like you wearing a mask, but maybe it's being revealed like that you don't do that. They're realizing like, oh no, the people that said that are actually the people that do that. Ooh, look, every time I be trying to tell you who it is, and it'd be the two. That's the two groups. That's what I get. It's like two groups too. Um, yeah, you're really honing in on all of this too, like what you really want in life. You're really focused on that, and you're matching it vibrationally. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, even there's this like sacred union with a person or a relationship. Union could also be with higher self, definitely, right? Yeah, especially in the new world, it's like the more you go out, the more you do, the more you this, the more you that, the more, right? Hmm. Oh, that's the other thing too. A lot of people are enduring the situations that they judged you for. So they're sitting back looking at situations where they were like, oh, I would have initiated this, da, 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 right? Maybe initial K is significant. Maybe somebody that's in the Coast Guards, um, somebody who's married and unhappy. Yeah. Um, they were judging situations like, well, if I had, and if I did, and if it this, and if it this, and they're realizing like it's not that easy. Not from necessarily ending up in your shoes, but also ending up in your shoes, kind of thing. Like it's like where they see how like one thing can turn things around and change the trajectory. So there, it's kind of like eating your words, you know, that old saying, like, just make them a cake, y'all. Just make them. We're gonna make them a nice little cake. I got some gel finger. No, what is it? What is it? Food coloring we can use. Let's go on ahead and write some words on it and let her go ahead and eat that one. That's what's happening. Yeah, they're definitely eating their words on this. They judged you about so many different situations, and now they're having to endure them because they could never, right? Because they claimed, if it was me, if I was this, it must be a masculine because I keep taking that like group voice. Anyway, they can't control their obsessive thoughts, which cause them to lose time and miss or forget things that are critical and crucial. Oh, wow. So maybe someone knew about like certain spell work that was being done, or like, that mental thought projection and stuff like that. And they were saying, oh, it wouldn't bother me if people were sitting there. Da, 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 da. Ooh, yeah. That's the type of energy. So somebody be like, oh, it wouldn't matter to me if I was an empath and I could hear and understand everybody's thoughts about me and really understand and know everybody that looked at me on social media. Like now they're starting to realize how heavy that weight is. That every person that's not just followed, but that's actually seen it. So when you've shared something and someone else shares something and then someone comments and tags somebody there and then you know what I mean? And it's just clickable, right? There's this thing where it can feel because you're an empath, and it depends on like how open you were at the time because you hadn't awakened. You were to the projection of everything. So somebody is actually feeling the brunt of that. Where I feel like several people. I got 7 people. Okay, so there are 7 people that have known you for a very long time. Okay, all right. And they also see that your situations and circumstances are looking up. So these people are realizing, like, dang, okay, I don't know. They're going to have to figure out how to make that work because they're being put in an empath's shoes. So everyone who didn't have the empathy button, so to speak, let's just call it that, right? They're being made to see what it feels like where empathy is needed. Okay. Yeah, there's a change in the cycle. That's the Wheel of Fortune. That's that whole Wheel of Fortune we kept telling everybody. They're getting some L's, but also the initial L. Thank you for that like. Please like and subscribe. There's somebody that's actually following you on social media too that's involved in this. Maybe they also want you to feel like people are following you, or maybe there is somebody that's actually following you, which I get because, people are weird. People have been weird for so long in my energy. And so I'm just kind of like, I literally met a guy like way back, like 25 years ago or more, right? Way back, like when I was barely in my early 20s, right? Um, just drinking at the club kind of energy. And he met me and he was telling me like when we first met and started to talk or whatever, like that he had just broken up with somebody and she cheated on him and this and that and this and he wasn't ready for a relationship, yada yada yada. And I was like, okay, cool. So we ended up, I had clarity, so I knew like, okay, that it was an opportunity, like, oh, okay, you don't want to be bothered. This is just a little hookup. Okay, cool. And so that's how I handled it. And so I was seeing somebody else who we had an open relationship, and I left from, hanging out with this guy and going to visit another guy, right? And me and the other guy weren't hooking up at that point in time. We were seeing other people, right? But we were still hanging out. Like we would go get pizza. We might go to a movie. We might go run some errands. Like we were just spending time together, seeing if like we could actually be, just friends, kind of energy. But that new guy followed me over to his house. And the way we found out was because there was a neighbor across the street that was a crackhead, right? According to the guy who I'd been seeing for years. And the crackhead came over and told him, like, yeah, somebody followed, this girl and kind of pulled up after her, your friend, and told him the whole business. He's like, a crackhead ain't gonna make that up. Like, he didn't come over and say, I need your money to tell you something. He just came over, he was like, somebody was at your window. So, and it was like that kind of clarity. It's like, so there, again, that was 20 years ago, people were doing that, and this person lied, but then went like weirdo and started stalking me. So if you can imagine, out of all people, yeah, I would totally understand how people just go weirdo. Ooh, money is a tool, just like time. Nice. Maybe there's some truck driver who's now doing Uber Eats or something like that, or Postmates energy or something like that. Yeah, this person is learning. This person is learning. Ooh, whoever this person is learning. They are learning that lesson. Ooh, they are learning that lesson. This person who's like, I could never endure. They're learning a lot about money right now. And they're about to watch you go on vacation. They're so upset. Yeah, and they're maybe like feeling some kind of way, like, well, I don't know, maybe just reminiscing on the fact of like if they were still cool with you, because you're not giving to that situation. So yeah, that obsession spell, whatever that was, I just saw in here because I just saw it a second time just now. Here we go. They can't control their obsessive thoughts. So obsession spells reverse. So maybe they wanted you to be obsessed with them, or they were in part of like an obsession spell for, you know what I mean? Because all that is it depends on what they do, but a lot of times when they get a bunch of people to go together, it's just to say the same thing over and over for like 60 full seconds. And everybody has their own little time slot. I don't know. But anyway, the clout they chase has been all been erased. Their life is pure turmoil. So everywhere because I feel like these people use your name a lot. Oh yeah, that's my such and such. Oh yeah, that's my such and such. Whether it be cousin, auntie, mama, daughter, uncle, auntie, dad, brother. You know what I mean? Cousin, friend, coworker, patron, attorney. I don't know. Look, this obsession stuff is real. They all going crazy. The initials F or S could be significant. This is so unfortunate. Maybe there's somebody in this energy is now realizing that they'll never be married because they're going to make their person unhappy, and that's why they can't get a person to actually be with them. Like they'll get in some relationships, but then they fall off. The initials F or S. Mutual obsession with a shared direction. Yep. Oh, yep. Look, all they have to do is all say the same things and agree to do this at the same time. Like I told you, that spell work is all backfiring on these weirdos. So the energy, imagine that energy coming towards people, and it's literally just what they sent out. So there's nothing they can do with it other than, whatever they can figure out to do with it, right? But there's this mutual obsession with a shared direction with you and your new soul tribe, your new every truth. Look, there's this like mutual obsession on like your goals, your desires, your values. You keep keeping things in order, becoming, the law in situation. Even though the law is involved, again, Thursday is maybe where people are going to see this even more, and that's going to become more efficient. That Thursday came up a while ago too, a while back. Yep, for some karmic cousins and family members. Mm. The law said they efficient. Now we efficient. We gonna get you. That's what they said. Yeah, yeah, having to move in with someone else or vice versa. That's what's going to happen with the family members of these karmic family members or relatives. The relatives is gonna have to see about some other relatives helping out with some relatives. Yeah, I would take time and name you all, but we don't have time. Okay, the initial T. Just take it out of resume. If it's like, oh, that's my daddy's side of the family's last initial. Okay, that's who we talking about. Once you pinpoint any issues, they get served to whence they came. Listen, that's the whole thing too. That was a heavy download that I got as well. Like as soon as the collective actually realizes, like, oh, okay, this person is involved. Oh, okay, this person. But it's like at this point, what they don't want, I guess, other people to know is like you already know, and so none of it matters. That's why you've been separated from this. You've been completely separated. You done your work? Okay, cool. You've been completely separated from this. Yeah. Oh, this is coming out again. Someone actually requested it, but it was like kind of in a way like, gosh, like your relationship is so solid. And it's okay. It says halt all communication unless it's with your counterpart. Truth. And you continue to. You don't, because that's how your relationship is built. And they weren't saying it in like a negative way. It was your soul tribe kind of letting you know like this is the beginning. Like this is where what like this is also something that your children will be able to share. The same type of relationship. Nice. Oh, look, vacation's coming up too. Again. Wow. So there's somebody. Okay. The cult has turned on a few people in order to cut their losses properly. Whomever they cut those losses on properly, those people have failed all of their soul contracts. And they're being efficient by making sure that they do this. Oh, wow. And that's because the law is involved. Okay. I like how this is going. Yeah, you're really flourishing in life. Keep on doing that. Yeah. slow down, please. So making sure you get that wind down time is also like make sure that you're getting all your points, all your areas, right? Mind, body, soul, right? Because that's your key. Somebody's got some looks that they've been working through. This person's looks are no longer working, and everyone around them is telling them that they need to get working. Oh wow. But they can't. Their spells are reversed, so their energy is gone. So this person doesn't have like any get up. Like even if it was just like you, all you had to do was make a phone call. All you had to do was make a phone call. Like it's literally going to be some stuff like that. And this person is just not going to do it, and the time is just going to go by, and it's going to go like it's going to end up at like 3 months, and this person is going to be like, you're going to pay your fare. The karma is the karma. The price is the price, honey. There's a reading that I did last year because a lot of these people don't realize how far behind they are with respect to where you are. Everything that they see coming is not because you just started manifesting, it's because you've been doing it for the last 2 years, probably or more. That's that efficiency of you. That's why there's like this double vacation energy. And again, you don't tap into this flourishing in life energy. You don't hop over and start to time jump and all the rest of that stuff that takes place when you're in this high vibration until you actually hit the like button or subscribe button. So until then, you'll just keep balding for playing all these mind games. I'm just saying, because I can tell it's like, okay, I get one actual like, okay, that's these people who are cursed with being narcissistic abusers. These people who are balding and playing mind games. You know, people who like to come and like flood your scene with likes, with views, but no likes to make it feel like, oh, people tuned in, but they don't want to watch you. It's okay. It's because some people see your forward movement. Yeah, yeah. They're not in the right energy. Somebody is like, I don't know. Sunbathing is the only thing that they can do. Yeah, they're dealing with some dishonesty in their connections and relationships right now. Yeah, some big ones though is what I'm understanding. Ooh, wow. Some people even realizing like their friends are not their friends. Your friends are, the ones who are going to be making sure that you pay your fair share and, for all the mind games that you play because if they don't do what they're supposed to be doing, it goes back to their family members. It goes back to their cult members, businesses and so on and so forth. Yeah, they got to move on and not look bad. They got to do what they got to do and just keep it pushing because otherwise their group will not seem like they're efficient to the law even because they're already involved. Whatever acronyms, whatever precinct, whatever division, whatever sect, whatever organization, whatever. It's all playing out. Trust me. You bended that. That's that last year energy, last 2, 3 years ago. Like, okay, first you was figuring out what the energy was, right? First you're like, what the fuck is this? Because I don't know. Then it was, okay, I see what this is. Okay, I see what this is. And then it was like, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. And this is what we've learned while we were seeing what this is. We learned this. So now we're going to use all of that. Now, if you're past the 2 or 3 year cycle, you're on your stuff. You're on your stuff with respect to that awakening. Because I'm seeing that right now. There's an awakening, the judgment, number 20. Someone's husband is, oh gosh, this is unfortunate. Someone's husband is sleeping with their brother or church or sports friend, their broski on the low ski. It is what it is. Like, I hope that they just find out soon enough so they can remove themselves from that person and that they're strong enough to do so and don't become, in this played out energy. Yeah. Eesh. Ooh, maybe there's a cousin that's involved in this and involved in this dishonesty. Oh, that was popping out earlier. Didn't we say cousin already? Yeah, there's something here. Efficiency. This came out last time, so that's maybe something to do with this person's friends and that paying their fair share. Something to do with that website being shut down. They're part of that. This person has slept around and is a well-known male escort by way of his failed career in sports or media or entertainment. They use those ops to pillow talk with highly ranked people in an attempt to defame you, but it's all been exposed. Okay, that's efficient. Let's put that there. Broski on the low ski. Both worlds have separated. Building blocks. Nice. Nice. You and your friends are next. You knew better. Look at that. Wait. I told you a long time ago. Now your friends don't have a choice because you were supposed to be in this energy. You were supposed to be on your soul tribe mission. You were supposed to be on your mission, not out here playing mind games, right? And because you weren't, whoever these karmic energies, that's what I'm talking to right now. They're being, listen. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Hmm. Yeah, there's someone involved in this that's been thinking about this for a long time too. They're like, okay, is this the most, cautious and sensible, routine, conservative, productive way to do this? Is this the best and only way to do this? Okay, we hear you. Ooh, ooh, yeah. They're like, yeah, if you don't hurry up and do it too, that's the energy. It'll be like soiled linen, like, or a child's diaper sitting for a long time. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. That's not some you you will find it. Like it's gonna stink up the place if you don't get the diaper out. Like, okay, you want to be the 10 diaper person? Because that's what the group is gonna look like if they don't get rid of the diaper, right? That's what I'm understanding. You're gonna look like that 10 diaper girls. Like you're gonna be made a mockery of these groups, these organizations, these affiliations, etc., the law, etc. If they let this go past, I get because there's so many people afflicted. Mm. Oh yeah. And because everybody already knows about some kind of bot obituary, so they created an obituary that was like supposed to. So they created an obituary for someone who actually passed. But in the obituary, they treated you as though you had already passed, or that yeah, because they typically don't acknowledge people that are still living in an obituary. So they didn't acknowledge you in the obituary because they expected that you have been passed already because they had already. And that's where they keep messing themselves up. It's like it doesn't matter if they went to the place to somebody got somewhere got a copy of it that they don't know about that's going to come into play because that's just how it is, or that it already have it. Let's just say that they already have it. Yep, they already have it. That nail's in the coffin already. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I'm looking at like a little book here and it's got somebody's name on it that I know, and like this person's last name is on here, and I know this person to be someone who's been in and out of jail. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. All right, that's how my downloads work all day, every day, no matter what, no matter how. Okay, they're powerless. No one will even talk to them. Family and friends are talking down. Like their family and friends are talking down about them. They're like looking like the soiled linen or your dirty diaper. Like the family is communicating about them together, whomever these energies are. Ooh, and now they know too, like whatever's going on is going to go over for a really long time. Like with respect to like things kicking back and up in their face is what I keep hearing. Like things keep coming up in their face. Maybe there's a brother energy who's been focused on that. Yeah. Maybe people are realizing like, okay, we don't have any room for no love. Like there's no love there. So yeah, and that's because God's promise is on its way because you like I said, there's a detachment between you and this. Yeah, you're being very mature. That was the promise. Like, okay, be mature and responsible. And no more fair, just mature and responsible. Fairness is not a requirement. Because if fairness means that you are not being mature, then we have to throw it out because there's something about the maturity level. Yeah, it's this because it's a part of a weight that they try to put on you. So you have to stick to one specific thing in order to throw away the others, right? So the maturity is where you're supposed to be focused or have been. I know I'm supposed to be trying to slow down to really get more of the messages out, but whatever. And it's also because you're doing that, because you're doing that, that's you transmuting their negative energy. Now that's making them feel weighed down and they cannot make their way out only through. Like they have to go and get those diapers up all around the house, clean them all up. The initial Q, the initials E or R. They got a lot of their friends and family involved in crimes. Yeah, that's something about that Thursday law involved energy. Yeah, you have a mature partnership coming in too, and your children have some really mature friendships that are coming up too, where they'll have a lot of influence with each other in very mature ways. I love this. Yeah, people that they can like be a part of their lives and like feel comfortable. So it's like your children are receiving their soul tribes too. If you have a child and any children, etc., etc. Maybe you're receiving children. I don't know. Maybe someone's marrying. I don't know. I keep hearing someone's marrying someone who has children, and this is the influence of the partnership as well. Okay. A masculine's only means, oh, we said that already, that in a different way though. A masculine is only, and that's just a masculine energy. It could be a feminine who, is married to a man but runs around bossing him around, right? But anyway, a masculine's only means for making money is doing, something strange for change. And I mean that in the most literal way. Like they don't care who or what they get down with and how they get down as long as people don't find out about it, kind of energy. But anyway, um, but they were, ooh, I knew that was coming in because I kept seeing this guy on this something that came up on one of my feeds and like messy news energy. It was just about how this young man who was 18 started messing around and he was in a really small town and like got out everywhere about him messing around with some man who's known to have HIV. And I don't know. I have my own thoughts on that. I feel like the person whose page it is who has HIV, let's just say initially, if someone goes to their page and starts to communicate with them, or vice versa, I feel like this person just tells people, oh, you need to go to my page and see what I'm all about. But I don't think people are going in there and like literally going and they're like, yeah, no, I know you're, trans, or whatever. And they're just continuing the conversation, not actually knowing everything. I feel like upfront, but or maybe that may be how a few individuals did get caught up, or maybe that's what's going to happen. There are some individuals who are going to get caught up because they're not telling the truth about some diagnosis that they've had for some time. Anyway, not our problem, right? There's some close family and exes being held responsible for gang stalking, and other involvement, and that's happening while your new beginning is coming. Ooh, maybe there's a movie date because I hear move. A military or ex-military member. Ooh, someone's getting kicked out of the military. Yeah, that's happening to influence and restore balance for this new beginning. Yep, there are 4 people maybe. Wow, maybe this person had some people that were, they use their, if this person was attached to people and they use their influence that of their family or friends that worked in similar fields. Like, so let's say this person was in the army and they used their friend that they had that was in the Coast Guard and their, cousin that they have that's at the police, at the sheriff's department or the prison guard or whatever it is, right? That's how they grouped up. Okay. They aren't able to see what's ahead of them, causing a lot of confusion. Yeah. They have no idea really. But Spirit's like, don't be stupid. The writing's on the wall. Like they know. They know they got legal troubles coming because I think this is the listen. Spirit's like, yep. Thursday, maybe they knew that last Thursday. They're in denial that what they want and need is your forgiveness, but they know that it's denial. Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's kind of moving past just them. It's like, okay, they used to roommate with these people. Okay, this is their neighbor that they're really close to. Okay, there's this because it's got to shut down all of their connections, just like because it's a demonic entity and it can't go where the collective goes. You see what I'm saying? So whatever able and willing body, because that's what they allowed to be out there. They weren't just sending this to like, oh, this. They were like, okay, if this person's next door neighbor, okay, if this person's spouse, okay, if this person's child can be inflicted with this demonic entity and carry out whatever I need to carry out, like to make this person feel low, to make this person feel unwanted, to make this so on and so forth. That's why I'm saying sending spell work out to children because they didn't care who it hit. That was a download the other day too. Like I need to make sure it's very clear. Like these people did not care that if you were strong enough after they figured out that you were already strong enough. They did not care who else it hit as long as it came towards you. You get me? So they didn't care if it was your child. They didn't care if it was your neighbor's children. They didn't care who it was. They didn't care if it was your neighbors. Your neighbors might have been in on it. You see what I'm saying? They didn't care. 3 people have already been made aware of the Fed charges. I keep trying to tell them that, and that's the thing. The feds already have a copy of this bot obituary. I'm just letting y'all know. That's what they're telling me to let you guys know because they already got it when it was mentioned, when it was first mentioned, and it was mentioned before you were able to get your people over to where it was pushed together. they have too much of it. Like they have a back and forth even of communications and emails and stuff like that. Add names, add this and add that. And anyway, someone's, oh my God, this again? I don't know if this came out again or if that was just the last one that I picked up, or maybe that's one of the people involved in this. Is that's also who's it's coming out that someone's husband was sleeping with their brother or a church or sports friend or the broski on the lowski or something like that. Some insanity spells have been reversed to these attention seeking people. Their vacation home. Ooh, yeah, this is going towards some people that you used to work with. It's like this is going back. This and this is what they're saying. Oh, and this one too. So someone's finding out that like their friend, their church brother, their actual brother, their sports hangout buddy, let's go get, drinks on Friday buddy. They're finding out that that's who their husband is sleeping with. And their vacation home is also in foreclosure. They need to file for personal bankruptcy. They will have to move into an apartment that accepts bankruptcies too, because something about like because the broski on the lowski that's coming out. Somebody at the church, okay, well I guess it's a church friend. Somebody at the church is going to communicate this. It's going to become widespread. This person's wife is going to be told by someone in the church, and they're going to be like, yeah, we thought you knew already because they'd already planned and gotten an apartment together on their own. Like I don't know. There's something. Ooh, there's some people that are in same-sex relationships where either the person that they're with has already communicated and moved out of the home, and that's because also that person has been spiritually guided, like been told like you need because whatever wherever they were living at was too close to the collective or something like that, and they were constantly in this attention-seeking insanity energy, wanting that to collective to be seen like that. Okay, like attention-seeking crazy person, right? Now these people are in denial. They may have moved out and of the home and live somewhere close by. What is this coming out? Okay. And maybe there's some friends that are involved or people that may have thought that the collective saw them as their friends. Okay. That's long. Oh gosh. I don't know if they didn't know like collective isn't kind of like an out of sight, out of mind kind of person. They're just kind of like out of mind, out of body. So as soon as I remove you from being someone that I'm concerned about mentally, you are no longer a part of my body of individuals that I consider someone to be, capable of this. And we've moved on from anything that doesn't exude this. And there's no opportunities. You got real quiet in here. Are you paying attention? These people are in denial though, that they even want your forgiveness. So it is what it is. And that's why they're having to pay their fair share, right? That husband that's sleeping around with them or whatever. Yep. And the only thing you have to remember in this next phase is to not overgive. Like, keep your own influence on things. And that's just kind of a good tale, a good caution when you're getting in relationships so that you don't smother each other or become, you know, unrecognizable to that, like you lose yourself. Like there's no losing yourself in this. Yeah. You're going to constantly be influenced and reminded not to overgive, either by the way your person responds to it or the fact that your person is mature and they're going to say, well, you know what I mean? And kind of bring it to your whatever it is. They're going to bring it to your attention like, okay, and so let me explain. This is because you do this, so well for me, babe. And I really, really, and you're going to be able to receive exactly how you're supposed to because this person is mature enough to be able to say what they need to or return the investments. That's all I'm understanding is like all the investments are going to be returned, right? Every single time. Like even if you feel like, okay, well, I'm taking this person on vacation, they're going to return that investment in the beginning and you're not going to feel short. Like I understand that though. Because like let me explain. I took someone on vacation, but it was just simply because I was like, we need a vacation. I was dating him at the time. We were on again, off again. I was like, let's just do something. I've never went on a vacation with somebody that I'm dating, and this person had never been anywhere. So I was like, well, let's go. Right. So in the beginning, everything was cool. The vacation got a little sketchy, but that was how our relationship was too. So just, accept that truth. Like if you're trying to restore balance in a place where it's already unbalanced, that's not going to work. But in this one, you won't even see the same type of objectives or disruptions, is what I'm understanding. So, my scenario, that person did propose to me on that vacation. but it was so fake. It was so short lived. It was like as soon as we landed, that was over because they were back in the same mindset and environment, And in this situation, that's not the case. You guys go into everything with a very clear truth and understanding, like, okay, this is what I don't know. It's not even an expectation. It's kind of like I said, it's just a reciprocal. It's a very good, a very even, mature give and take. The type of things that you're supposed to have. Things that you require. You've influenced all of that. So all right. I think that's it because I'm not digging in this. I think I'll save this for another reading or so. Probably another one or two, maybe. Or to shake things up a little. But I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. And that will catch you on the next one. I think I'll just go ahead and take out this whole stack. Don't forget to hit the like button. And please don't take to heart any kind of signs that come up and I say they're this or they're that. It may just be for that specific storyline for someone in there. Because, I don't want you to think that like every time I say Pisces, it's you. It's a Pisces that's in a low vibrational energy. And, they really stink and suck. So, I have to express that. Um, does it But you should be able to separate yourself from that because at all times, no matter what vibration, or you could be working in your north node, or in your chiron, or whatever that is, whatever's in your stellium or stellar or whatever that's called. I don't know. But you could be working out of a totally different energy. Sometimes I've used the energy of my children because their signs are significant. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, spending a little bit more time with them, seeing how they, get down, especially because those are innocent energies too, and they're connected to me in such a way. So just understand that's how a lot of that stuff works as well. You could be influenced by the people that you work around too. If there's a heavy like Taurus energy, or there could just be somebody that's heavily watching you. You could be using the positives of that person's energy in your life. You know what I mean? So don't get confused by seeing signs. It's just to let some people be convicted. So don't take it to heart if you're not a negative person. You're not presenting negative energy. Okay? It's not you in that instance. I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form, and I'll catch you on the next. Later.